30 seconds. I'm gonna beep for beeps. It's in the middle. You open up your notebook. Get ready to go. So the next 10 seconds, I better see your notebook open. Your do now is in the middle. I see Antoine's writing the title for today up. Chastity's already done. Marquise is ready to go with his hands on top of his desk. Loving it. Waiting for Lyndon to put it away. Waiting for Jamarion to put it in the middle of his desk. In the middle of his desk. Upside down so he doesn't get tempted. Thank you. Then I see notebooks open. I see Kamate is ready to go. Antoine, Destiny, Williams got a piece of paper out. Okay. London's opening up hers. Jamarion's still going on his. Make sure you got the title for today, Lesson 62. Oop, that was the wrong button. Lesson 62. And then the I can statement. I can rewrite a mixed number as an improper fraction. Class, say that along with me. I can rewrite a mixed number as an improper fraction. One more time. I can rewrite a mixed number as an improper fraction. We've done some work with this before in the last couple of weeks. So this should be a lot of review, and you should be all really good at it. It's the same process for every single mixed number. So just make sure you're paying attention, following along, and taking down good notes. All right, skipping this, going straight to the lesson. Example 1, it says write 2 3/4 as an improper fraction. First of all, what is an improper fraction? What does that kind of fraction look like? What's an improper fraction? Destiny, nice and loud. Right, when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. It's kind of like when you see guys, who's ever seen like a guy who works out a lot? No? Like a bodybuilder, a lift warrior? Yeah. Have you ever noticed that some of them, if they don't pay attention, that they have really skinny chicken legs? I had a wrestling coach who he was a big guy, and he always wore sweatpants, and one day he decided to wear shorts, and his legs were like toothpicks. And he never wore shorts again because we're all high schoolers, and we really did make fun of him. That was not really good. But anyway, it's kind of like that. So think of it like a person. Think an improper person is a person that has a really big chest or a really big head, but then everything, like his legs are super skinny, just doesn't make sense, right? It's improper. It looks weird. An example of that is like 6/3. That looks weird. All right, but this one is 2 3/4. So first things you gotta do is rewrite 2 3/4. Now, this is what you would have to change the improper fraction into, because we don't like improper fractions. But now we're doing it the other way. And this is how you're going to do it. Who knows the first step off the top of their head? Anyone remembers? Anyone? I want to write the formula up here. You're going to take the whole number times the denominator. Then you're going to add the numerator. So it's the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator. Naraya.
11.
Let's see if she's right. Jamarion, what's 2 times 4? Antoine, what's 8 plus 3?
11.
So Naraya is not crazy, but she is correct. So it looks like this. 2, let's plug the numbers in. 2 times 4. Oh, almost wrote times. Plus 3 equals 11. I should see this, then right below it, I should see this equals 11 in your notes. That way you can see the whole times the denominator plus the numerator. Whole times the denominator plus the numerator. Class, say with me. Whole times the denominator plus the numerator. One more time. Whole times the denominator plus the numerator. But is 11 our final answer? Because we're talking about fractions, right, Marquise?
Yes.
So we need to put 11 over something. Marquise, what would we put it over?
Over 2.
Not 2. We're not going to look at the whole number. Ooh, Antoine, thank you for showing me your fingers. So everyone show me your fingers. If you need help, look at Antoine. He's got it. I'm waiting for 100%. Jesse's got it. Marquise, you got 3 seconds to get your head up. If I see your head down again, you're going to get the deduction. Good job. It is 4. Because the denominator does not change. So you take the whole times the denominator plus the numerator, and then put it over the denominator, which would be 4. So class, say with me one more time. The whole times denominator plus numerator. Same thing all the way through. See, the book even says, well, the book has a much more difficult way to do it. Kind of. If you need to know what the book, if you want to do it the book way, look in the book. Maybe you can do it for this one. Okay. On to example 2. Rewrite 5 2/3. Before we get plugging in the numbers, what is the formula we just repeated a bunch of times in the last example? What's the formula? Naraya?
Whole times the denominator plus the numerator.
Right? Whole times denominator plus the numerator. I give Naraya a payment for being so brave and fierce. We're going to have someone else answer it. So now which numbers goes in which place? Which numbers goes in which place? Marquise?
5 times 2
Not times 2. You got the 5 right. 5 times what? What's the denominator?
3.
Jesse?
3.
Right. Plus then what, Marquise?
2.
Correct. Which gets you with the strong silent hand. What does that get you? You add those all together, or multiply and then add. Jamarion?
17.
Class, is he correct? What does 17 go over? Camonte? Sorry, what? Can't hear you. You say 11?
3.
Oh, there we go. You got to speak clearly. Because I have bad hearing and you're wearing masks. So make sure you speak up. But yes, Camonte is right. 17 over 3. Capiche? Any questions? On your work, it would probably be very smart to write the formula first, then plug it in so you make sure you got it right. Or just make sure that this is very, very nearby so you can keep track of and make sure you got it right. Because just do the same thing every single time and you get your answers. All right. Who can read this for the class? Naraya. Awesome. They give you payment too.
Write 1 2/3 and 2 2/3 as the improper fractions. They multiply the improper fractions. What is their product?
Okay, so what's the first thing they ask you to do? London, fears. What is the first thing they ask you to do? Louder and clearer. Correct. You got to rewrite those as improper fractions. So, write 1 2/3. 2 and 2/5. First of all, what is that formula that we use? What's that formula? We've said it about a billion times. Antoine? You say whole times denominator and numerator? You say and or add? Not and. Naraya?
Whole times denominator plus numerator.
Correct. It's not and. You have to add. All right.
Yes.
Next, plug the numbers in. So for this mixed number, what would you be multiplying and adding together? Which order? Which fill in the letters? Not asking for the answer, but I'm asking to fill in the letters. William, fill in the letters. Which goes where? Louder. Or did you not say anything? Can't tell half the time. Okay, I heard multiply 1 times 3. And then, perfect. Over here, who can fill in these letters? Marquise?
2 times 5 plus 2.
Thank you. Naraya, what's the answer for the first one?
5.
5 over?
3.
Thank you. And then for the second one? 2 times 5 plus 2. Kamantha? Say 4/5?
12.
12/5? He is correct. That's a 5. You know what I mean. Next. What is... Okay, the camera's working. What does it ask you to do next? So it says write them as improper fractions. Check. Then what? All right.
Multiply them.
All right. So now we gotta multiply them. So next you're gonna take 5/3 times 12/5. We're erasing what we did before because I need room. All right. First of all, when you multiply fractions, do you need to change the denominators? No, you don't change the denominators. You just multiply top by top and bottom by bottom. Okay. So 5 times 12. So we got 60 over 3 times 5. William?
15.
All right. We're going to leave it as an improper fraction, but can we leave it like that, though? Is that its lowest form? Think about Dragon Ball Z. Is that like just a normal Saiyan form? No, this is like Super Saiyan 3. Like how Kamante is like thinking about it. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so what would be his lowest form? What would you divide the top and bottom by? That's the same number. So you get his lowest form. Kamante? I mean, not Kamante. Jamaria?
1.
Well, if you divide by 1, you get 60 over 15. You're stuck where you were. London? You can divide by 5. It's too big for this. All right, so 60 divided by 5. Oh, it's actually just right. It's actually right there. Destiny? Correct. 12 over. All right. Are we done? You should be saying, no, we're not done, Mr. Sievert. Why? Ryan?
Because we didn't simplify.
Not all the way. We can still go more because 3 can go into 12, right? Right? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it over here. What can we divide 12 and 3 by? London? Correct. 3. So 12 divided by 3. Chastity? Correct. And Marquise, that's going to be deduction budget because your head is down. You gotta keep it up. How many warnings did I give? But Marquise, still answer the question. 3 divided by 3. Marquise, 3 divided by 3. Huh?
3.
No, 3 divided by 3 is not 3. Come on, Ted. It is 1. Is that our answer? No. Because that's not in simplest form. What else do you have to do to it? Right, it's just 4. You don't need the 1. The 1's just ugly. You don't want to have a 1 there. So just rewrite it as 4. That's your final answer. Last step to get to 4. Isn't that fun? Isn't math fun? All those steps. I like it. Any questions on how we got there? Who can remind the class what the formula is to change it into an improper fraction? That's not Naraya because she's just always on top of it. I'm going to give her some more payments just for being on top of it. I'm looking for someone different because I know Naraya knows it. Anyone else know it? No one else knows it? Naraya's the only one? What's the formula we've been working with this entire time? I got 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4 person. Okay, Jamaria? There's no dividing in this formula. London? Correct. Antoine? And Kamante? Destiny? Jamarian? And then Chastity. Thank you. Gotta remember that because that's literally gonna save your life one day. All right. Any more questions? If you're good to go, raise your pencil above your head. For those online, make sure that you are working on your lesson 62 exit ticket and then working on your lesson 62 assignment. Have those completed. And if you are good to go on that, you may go. If you need help, raise your hand. Okay. Marquise, have you going back over there? Get ready. Get set. Bippity boppity go. And then when you're done, raise it above your head and I will select it.